Hi, my name is Catherine, and today I will be presenting the Dick and Carey model of instructional design. The history of Dick and Carey model starts in 1968 when Walter Dick develops the instructional design model. Dick teaches the class how to develop individualized instruction, and Lo Carey is taking the class. Carey encourages Dick to use the model to develop a book. In 1978, Dick and Carey developed the first edition of the Systematic Design of Instruction, which discusses systematic methodology for approaching and designing instruction. Dick and Carey present the model to faculty in the College of Education at Florida State University. During the 1970s, the information age surged, introducing new technologies which required the workforce to rapidly adopt. The workforce relied on Dick and Carey's book for its systematic methodology to create training design. In 1996, the fourth edition of the book, The Systematic Design of Instruction, is published and showed influence of performance technology. 2000, 2004, and 2009, there's the release of the last three editions of The Systematic Design of Instruction. Each edition added needs of contemporary topics such as distance education and delivering instruction over a variety of media. Today, The Systematic Design of Instruction is considered the leading book on instructional design in education, business, and government. Frequent use of the Dick and Carey model is used by educators, instructional designers, governmental, business, and industrial sectors and company training departments. The Dick and Carey model can be used for performance goals, real-world application, response feedback system, individualized approach for learners, for instructors and mentor roles, courses, and assignments. The Dick and Carey system approach considers components such as the instructor, learner, materials, and instructional activities, delivery system, and the learning and performance environment. The purpose of the Dick and Carey model is to plan a unit of instruction that is individualized. It is meant to be a cohesive and effective tool in developing an organized unit of instruction. It can help learners be successful through step-by-step systematic structure. The first stage of the Dick and Carey model is identifying instructional goals. The designer has to align goals with the organization's goals and be clear on who the learners are, what the learners will be able to do, the performance context in what the skills will be applied, and tools available to the learners. Stage 2 is conducting instructional analysis. In this stage, determine the gap between current competency level of learners and desired level of competency after the instruction. A set of procedures that identify skills and knowledge can include interviews, surveys, observation, and other forms of testing. In stage 3, identifying entry behaviors, the designer has to determine the target audience that the instruction is meant for. The designer needs to consider target population skills prior to instruction, prior knowledge of the topic area, attitude towards the content, academic motivation, and learning preferences. In stage 4, writing performance objectives, performance objective is a description of what the learners will be able to do by the end of the unit of instruction. Make sure there are conditions for the behavior and a criteria. Or simply using SMART goals, specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. In stage 5, developing criterion reference test, ensure learner meets the prerequisites before performing a new skill, identify learners' progress in meeting the performance objectives, and evaluate the learning process itself. Criterion-specific tests can include multiple choice tests, rubrics, essays, live presentation, and others depending on the environment the assessment will take place and the level of the learners. In stage 6, developing instructional strategy, reinforce goals, objectives, current state of knowledge and skills, gaps, and assessment requirements. Instructional strategies may include group discussions, independent reading, lectures, computer simulations, and more. Developing and selecting instructional materials. Materials include case scenarios, resource lists, textbooks, and delivery of media or methods. In stage 8, designing and conducting formative evaluation is when data is collected during the instruction and assessed how effective the instruction has been so far. Some examples of formative evaluation include observation of learners, interviews, self-assessments, short quizzes, and discussion. In stage 9, summative evaluation occurs at the end of the instruction and measures how effective it has been. Review of performance objectives help to identify the strengths and improvements for the instruction. The last stage is not numbered, but revision of instruction should be done on an ongoing basis. The benefits of the Dick and Carey model is that it is comprehensive. It covers aspects and components of instructional design. In the in-depth process, it allows room for personalization of the learning design. The alignment between instructional goal objectives, assessments, and strategy are cohesive, which enhances the quality and effectiveness of the instruction. Flexibility through formative evaluation, because formative evaluation allows for revisions in instructional methods and materials so that they can be improved based on feedback and data. The drawback is that it is time-consuming because of the many steps and tasks, which in turn also leads to increased cost of materials needed for creation of assessment and objectives. The complexity because it requires a lot of expertise to implement and execute properly. Therefore, it is not suited for novice or inexperienced instructional designers. The model has a linear format, meaning that each step is completed before moving on to the next, and there are no room for revisions along the way until you reach the formative evaluation step. This can result in inefficiency, such as when dealing with a dynamic and unpredictable learning environment or needs.